Oh, alright, timestamp June 26, 2025. It's about noon. Walking Scrappy real quick. I just got a call from the septic tank guys. I think we've finally gotten it together. The guy's on his way to at least give me an estimate, take a look at what's going on. I didn't sleep well. I just got up a while ago. Just kind of up and down every other hour. Still haven't taken that shower yet. I'm really looking forward to it. Talked to Pix a little while ago. She's not feeling good. She's going to come over tomorrow instead of today. She had a MRI today. So she's claustrophobic and she had to go in a tube and did not care for it. So she's feeling a little weird. Her anxiety's ramped up, so I get it. I do. I had to do an MRI with my spine. I'm not claustrophobic and it was weird. Felt like I was going to get launched. The sound is pretty intense. Again, I'm not claustrophobic, but if I were, I could see how that would be challenging. It's a nice day. Weatherman said it might rain this afternoon. A lot of cloud cover, but it's not really gray and murky. It's mostly just kind of fair amount of white and fluffy. I don't know. Alright, Scrap is taken care of. Both forms of business. Good. And I don't see the bunny. Got a lot done yesterday. Tiny and I were talking about it last night. We're gonna, work on the pantry project today. Go through all the different cans and try and figure out what we got, foodstuffs, and organize it. Trying to make headway in the garage so we can get ready for garage sales. What's crap? We're really trying to get everybody here now. And yeah, I see that wasp. Don't chase the wasp. That's a really bad idea. He was considering chasing a wasp that flew by. That seems like a really bad idea. But we need to try and get everybody here. Start. Come on. Downsizing, so to speak. We have to get the other house empty and without bills. And respect that. To get everybody here. There's nothing really in there. Awkward. Yeah. There you go. Whoop, fumble. The idea being everybody here, we can start. We got a lot of crap to move from our place to here, though. But if we can get everybody here, we can turn off the utilities at our place, and that'll chop our bills down dramatically. Billy from the VA called me yesterday and is sending me applications for some of the different places we want to try and get my dad, which is cool. Not sure why a month and a half later he's sending the applications for places. Is this stuff that we should have filled out a month and a half ago? I think probably. So, a little annoyed about that. I didn't realize that we had to do such a thing. I thought he was just setting it up in general. So if this paperwork is a necessary paperwork, I feel like this should have happened already. So that's thank you. And also, why are you just now saying, oh, we should fill these out? But at least we're getting it going. Been talking to the VA a lot, talked to Dr. Baker, Dr. Baker's nurse, trying to figure out how we can keep Dad on an appointment schedule while he is where he is. Just because and I explained to Dr. Baker, I'm scared to move him. I'm scared to move him because he wants to just get a bag of tools and buy a new house in Pennsylvania and raise horses. And he is escape-minded, as their main shrink labeled him. Who's to say that we don't, because we have to check him out, and there aren't many people that are authorized to check him out. In fact, it's pretty much just my wife and I, because we have people in our life that we don't really trust to do the right thing by my dad. So if I get my dad out and I say, hey, let's go to the car because you've got a VA appointment, he could very easily, when we get out the front door, just start walking in whatever direction he wants. And, we're not going to tase him, we're not going to tackle him. What do? We've got a walking Silver Alert who is defiant because he wants to go to Pennsylvania, get his wife's body, and raise horses. No, I'm not making this up, this is reality. So, and the nurses there and Dr. Baker himself are like, yeah, no, that's a legitimate concern. Let's leave him alone for a minute. I'm not as worried about his health as I am his brain, but moving him becomes a real risk. So we're trying to figure out a solution here. Got a couple of interesting options. Have to see what I can figure out what shakes loose. Because I don't want to fall into the same trap that my mom did. Maybe for completely different reasons. Because, one of the reasons my mom was getting in trouble with the state was she was not taking him to appointments. But that was primarily, we know now, to avoid diagnosis. And so he didn't get treatment because she thought that the VA would take away his compensation. And that was one of the big moral arguments that I had with my mom towards the last, 2 years, was one of the reasons he's getting the compensation is for his care. They are encouraging him to get help. As a 100% disabled veteran, that's why he's getting compensation, is because they want him to get treatment. You hiding his condition is actually kind of the opposite of what they intended with the finances and everything else. So, and she was worried that the money would get interrupted. It's like one of the primary reasons the money is there. It's not yours, it's his. Ugly laundry, but based in truth, you know. I never thought I'd have arguments with my mom over my dad's health in the respect of her not getting him the treatment that he was supposed to be getting because she was concerned about losing the money. Who are you? You know? It's another reason I think she was having cognitive issues is because 10 years ago, 20 years ago, my mom she'd bet it all if it meant taking care of my dad. You know what I mean? It wouldn't even be a question. We have the money in the bank, we get him taken care of, period. The idea that she was having a hard time with it, like it was a dilemma, like an actual choice to be made, makes me think that something was really wrong. Because to me, that's not even something that requires discussion. I don't know. But yeah, gonna be, man, I want to take a shower so bad. You know those days where you're like, I feel sticky? I'm sure I smell like, a funky old man. I want to shower. But I don't want to screw up any tests that they might need to do and or, regarding the septic tank that probably needs to be pumped again for some reason after a month. And the drain field issue. Please get that project started. It would be nice to not have that issue ever again. Yeah, we're going to work on the pantry today. We got piles of cans everywhere. It looks like an elementary school just did a food drive. A lot of corn. But I know how I want to set up the pantry in the kitchen. We'll have some overflow probably in the garage. And I gotta go. Make it a great day.